something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Breeze. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon able to drop him for a loss of 4. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Manning to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Ginn. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build. And his first carry, he loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Breeze to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down. It's Scott. And bulldozing his way through. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Looking outside, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to work. A terrific run by the rookie Barkley. 63 yards on the ground. And runs like that makes it pretty easy to see why folks around here like this guy so much, Charles.
It didn't take any fancy scouting to realize this guy could play. Has speed, explosiveness, the whole deal. And he's showing exactly why they went and got him.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's a give to Barkley. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now they'll throw it with Madden. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rhett Ellison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. Oh, what a juke into space. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago. Then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Ready. Ready. What's that?
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he is down deep into Giant territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Breeze now. And he's got him. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up. Or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you. Right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the rain for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I don't wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, yeah, you. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like you new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not a problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some gobbler. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him, I'm down, get off of me. I'm trucking him over, he under me. Back ends,